Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys are interested in getting a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. Just a couple of things before we do get started. Number one, if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That way you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I'm very excited to be sharing my work in this way with you, and anything that you can do in that regard really does help me. On that note, I am available for commissions if you guys want to check it out. There's a QR code somewhere in this area of the screen that'll take you to my commissions page. Please follow your heart on that. I know it's weird for a lot of people right now. Excuse me. It's weird for a lot of people right now, so please follow your heart on that. If you can't help in that way, that's totally fine. I have also included a list of the decks I'm using, as well as a list of my social media links if you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube. And also, this reading will be time-stamped, so if you want to jump around in the video, see specific parts that interest you, you'll be able to do that, okay? And also, if you see a little bit of smoke going, I have my incense burner going behind me, so thought that might add a little bit of ambiance, but I'm looking at the camera right now and you can't really see it, so it is here. If you do start seeing it, I'm fine, I'm safe, I have some incense going. Okay, so if you are new to my readings, hi, hello, my name is Meg. I'm going to be reading your cards today, and thank you for being in this space with me. I hope these readings are resonant with you, but just a heads up, I'm going to be reading both oracle decks and tarot. I find that gives a complete picture of the energy, and I usually will read some main energy to kind of get the gist of what's going on. But then I like to read the card on the bottom of the deck and the card on the top of the deck as some hidden and clarifying energy. So that's how I like to do it. Other tarot readers will do it differently. I would encourage you to find other readers that you like as well, because maybe they have more insights than what I'm offering. But again, this is all based on what you're feeling in your heart, so please follow that path. It won't steer you wrong, okay? Here's the oracle deck we're using. This is the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette and Reid. I'm going to do my best to interpret these intuitively, so if you have any different ideas on what this reading is telling you and you feel safe to share, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'd be very excited to see what you guys might have to say on that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it by way of introduction. So let's get into the cards. Let's dig in and see what we need to see. Okay, what do we need to see? Okay, yeah, we're gonna start with feeling the world. Okay, I'm gonna start with feeling the world. All right, I'm gonna add bearing fruit. Okay, got feeling the world. We've got bearing fruit and roots of abundance. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is not quite where I thought we were going to go with this reading. Admittedly, though, I am actually really kind of happy I got a little bit of a curveball with this, because it feels like some of you are experiencing some intense responsibilities right now. Okay, I'm getting here with this feeling the world. There's some obligations that have rested a bit heavy in your hands right now. Okay, there's a lot going on. There's literally a lot going on in the world right now, and that's the immediate energy I was picking up on from this. That if you're automatically resonating with this card, there's a likelihood that you are deeply empathetic. You feel more than you say. Okay, and sometimes that's the isolating factor that you're hopefully trying to work out, but maybe you're just starting to realize that. However, I'm getting to these heavy responsibilities and a lot going on your plate because we have roots of abundance and we have this bearing fruits card. Both of these are tree based. Both of these are nature based. Both of these have, at least to me, the implication of growing gardens, bearing fruit. Your efforts are starting to bear fruit. So whatever you've been working on has really, it's starting to pay off. It's really starting to pay off. I'm not going to guarantee we're going to get any cards out from the tarot, but immediately feeling things like Ten of Pentacles, okay, Ten of Pentacles, but also things like Three of Wands. For some reason, I'm getting Four of Swords in here, so there's a call to some of you to rest, because your hard work is paying off. Okay, your hard work is paying off. It's starting to bear fruits. Okay, and you put down fresh. You're putting down fresh roots now. You have the chance to put down fresh roots. You've acted from a place of abundance that you've already had. Okay, you've already had things in the works, and those things have started to grow, and you've added to that. You've added to this nature-based energy. Okay, it's and what I mean by that is you've allowed something to grow organically. It isn't forced, it isn't pushed, it's just happening. Okay, and you've observed it, you've tended it, you've taken the responsibility for caring for it. Okay, which is good. That's absolutely necessary. But now your efforts are starting to bear fruit, and they're starting to pay off. Okay, what else do we need? What else do we need here? Earth magic. Okay, so some of you might be resonating with this, especially if your zodiac sign falls into the element of earth. That is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But really, this reading is for anybody that resonates with it. Okay, so you definitely, I think some of you have gone back to your roots. That's interesting. Some of you have gone back to your roots. Some of you have been drawing upon, some of you have been drawing upon the things that have brought you joy in the past. Maybe this is a literal reconnection with family, ancestors, whatever this magic looks like for you. Okay, some of you might literally be earthing, which the way I understand that is that you're basically walking around outside barefoot. That's the best way I can describe that and understand it. Again, comments if you understand that differently. But yeah, there's I'm feeling very strongly that a lot of you have gone back to your roots. Okay, a lot of you have gone back to your roots because you've worked hard, you've nurtured the things that have brought you joy. Okay, those things are paying off. Okay, yeah, earth magic here. Oh, guys, I love this. Okay, and we also have endless possibilities. Duh, of course. I mean, of course we do. Of course we do. The door is open. The door is open. Now what do we do with the things that we've grown? Oh, I love that. What do we do with the things that we've grown? Let's already I'm liking this already. We still have the tarot to get into, so let's see what we need to see from the tarot. This is a very, so far it's a very positive reading. Let's not hold anything to it. Okay? Let's not hold anything to it just yet. Alright, let's see what we need to see from our tarot to supplement it. Okay? What else do we need to see here? Whoa, okay. Ooh, spicy. I'm using the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I have not used this deck in a while, so it's feeling a little bit chaotic. Wake up. Come on now. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Okay. One more shuffle. What can we do to supplement the message from our oracle? What do we got? Okay. Okay, we're going to start with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. I love that we're getting this. Okay, Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, bestie, okay. So here's the deal. This energy that you've been channeling right now has made you deeply passionate about what you're trying to achieve. Okay? Getting here from the King of Wands. This is fire. Like this isn't just like, ooh, nice cozy little thing in the fireplace. No, this is like burning. Look at the colors here. You've got your red. You've got yellow here. It probably doesn't read well on camera, but I'm reading this element here as, yeah, yellow. I mean, I'm even wearing a shade of yellow, so there's that. This is coming from a place of deeply rooted passion. Okay, you wanted this. You've known you needed this. You're starting to realize that, yeah, I have fought for this. I have worked for this. You've done it from a place of understanding what it is about this energy that is lighting you up. Okay? Why do you want this? What do you need from this? How is this energy moving you forward? These are questions you've been able to answer. Okay, now I can't answer them for you. I don't know you. I don't have the privilege, so I can't speak for you, dear viewer. But I do know that whatever this energy is that's now starting to bear fruit, that's now starting to give you endless possibilities, it's come from a very deep-seated passion. Now here's the cool part. Okay, at least to me, here's the cool part. You've come at this from a place of wisdom. Okay, I'm saying wisdom because you've had to take it slow. And this I have a feeling that's irritated some of you. Okay, you've known it, but it's like, I don't want to take it slow. I just want to go. I'm burning hot right now. I get you. Okay, but you've had to take it slow. Okay, what I want you to notice about this Page of Pentacles here is that, well, you have this rich, beautiful, blooming flower. It's only one of the bunch, right? There's a bunch here, but they're not quite as full. They're not quite as, they're not quite there. They are available. They're not quite there. But this is what I'm saying about the place of wisdom. Because if you're resonating with the Page of Pentacles here, it's like you're still in the beginning stages, but instinctively, let me bring up the Knight here. Instinctively, you know that you need to take action. You have taken action because look at the flower here. Okay, you've done so in a way that is grounded and practical, but also acknowledges your passions. Okay, it acknowledges this energy is coming from a deeply passionate place, and that, you know what, nothing is going to stop you. Okay, if you are an earth sign, again, I reiterate, those are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn besties. Hi, hello. Nothing's stopping you, nothing's getting in your way. Okay, you are just that fucking stubborn. I see you, I love you. Okay, you get it, right? You get it. This is something you need. This is something you're passionate for. Nothing's going to stop you from getting what you want. And you're close. Okay? You're close. But you understand where this passionate energy is coming from. And you're grounding it in a way that still allows you to make forward progress. Okay? What else do we need here? Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Abundance. Pause. Hold on here. Roots of abundance. 10 of Pentacles. I'm sensing there's going to be more synchronicities like this in this reading, guys. You have busted ass. Bestie, you have busted ass. I'm pretty sure there's a better and more elegant way to put this, but I'm excited for you, so I'm going to let the mask go for a little bit and say, hell yeah, go. Yeah, you've worked for this. You've worked for this. Okay? You have what it takes to keep going, certainly to keep going. Okay? But you've developed your energy in such a way that you can take care of yourself and other people without totally depleting yourself. Okay? And again, this happened because you've understood where this is coming from and you've grounded it in practicality. Okay? Practicality and nurturing. Okay? So there's that. We have the Devil to supplement our main tarot energy here. There's been some challenges to overcome. Okay, that's going to happen with all situations. But in your case, you've really worked. I think this is part of the things that you've really set your mind to, is like, okay, look at your bad habits, look at your shadows, look at the things that you could stand to move away from. And you've worked your butt off you've worked your butt off to move away from the things that have held you back. Okay? And it's well deserved. I really do think it's well deserved. Okay? Well deserved because that work is being seen. Okay? This might be people in your physical space saying, whoa, they've grown up. They've made changes. It could be a person seeing you making those changes and being like, oh, how dare they? That's not your person. I promise you that's not your person. Okay? Where you're concerned, bestie, you busted some ass and it's paying off. I love that. I love that for you. Really quick, what else do we need to close off our main energy here? Okay. Okay, so we have the tender embrace. Okay, we have the tender embrace. I'm going to say give yourself give yourself some time to rest. Take care of yourself too. Okay. Once again, you worked really hard for this. Give yourself a break. And take some time to reflect. Okay, we have the Hanged Man here. So there's some things that you could stand to reflect on a little more. You've already done so much, and you need to praise yourself for that. Okay, take care of your heart, take care of your body, take care of your space, and don't be afraid to look at things from a different angle, from a different perspective. Okay, yeah. You know what's interesting? I'm gonna share this. I was in a discussion group this past weekend where we talked about why silence is uncomfortable for people, and the main takeaway from that was that there might be things in this person's life that being quiet would require them to look at. Okay, and I wonder if this isn't attached with that, the Hanged Man and the tender embrace. Because for some of you, it might be a little weird, but it might do you some good to do that. Okay, again, do that when you feel safe and ready for it. But I feel compelled to get that message to you in there as well. Okay, so that was it for the main reading. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what we need for our hidden energy. We're gonna see the cards at the bottom of the deck, and this will be the energy that we need to see to supplement our main reading. So, to the hidden energy, please. One more shuffle. Hidden energy, please. Okay, so we're seeing Call of the Muse. You're seeing Call of the Muse. You're seeing Spirit of Gratitude. Okay, Spirit of Gratitude, Call of the Muse, and we are seeing Close Encounters. Okay. Interesting. Call of the Muse, Spirit of Gratitude, and Close Encounters. What I'm getting immediately here is that because I'm getting the 8 of Swords energy from this Close Encounters, I'm getting here because there's a caged butterfly in this case. Some of you have felt very trapped and hemmed in where it has come to this main energy here. Okay, this could be something that you have worked on. Okay, this Close Encounters for see, but the challenges that you've faced from the main energy, you've come close to giving up, or you've come close to tossing in the towel, or just dropping where you are and saying, I've had enough, right? You have not done that. Okay, I don't feel that you've done that, but you have come close to calling it quits before whatever goal you've achieved from the main energy has come to pass. Okay, a lot of people do that. I don't know that it's particularly unusual for that to happen. I think also this Close Encounters card has come from a sneaky little inner thought that said, you're not good enough, you're not worthy of this, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's also a louder voice that has come through. Okay, the Call of the Muse. Okay, Call of the Muse. And remember, we have King of Wands too. So that fire, that drive, that passion, that instinct to keep going has drowned this energy from Close Encounters. Okay, also you do have the devil, so that that could be what's this close encounters is all about here. Overcoming that nagging suspicion that, oh, I can't do this, or I'm gonna make myself small and not talk about my goals because there are people who don't believe in me. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's external from you right now. Those things are external from you. What you need to realize is that your instinct, your drive to create, is far more powerful than the little inner voice that says no. Okay? There's Call of the Muse. The other thing that you're expressing right now is so deep in the spirit of gratitude that of course you're going to be rewarded for it. Of course you're going to be given the blessings due to you when they come. Okay? What I mean by that is that your efforts are being seen. Okay? Your efforts are being seen. And the blessings that those efforts are bringing you are going to come when you're ready for them. Okay? And you are. Okay? Again, patience. Patience is the key to that. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. Right now, though, I am getting 3 of Wands energy. Okay, so that could be a facet of your energy that you're tapping into as well. I did mention that with the King of Wands. So yeah, but once again, patience. Patience is your friend here. Patience and a strong spirit of gratitude. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see what else we need to see. Okay. What else? What else do you need to see? Oh, babes. Babes! The world. We have the world. Okay? We have the world. Okay, we have the world. We have judgment. Okay. We have the world, we have judgment, and we have Page of Wands. Okay. 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 Page of Wands. Focus, Meg. Don't get so excited that you miss the plot here. So the world, judgment, and Page of Wands. Here's why I'm getting excited about the world. Something from your past is over. Okay? The cycle that you have been in is closed. It's leaving, the energy's filtering out. You can welcome in the new. It's time to welcome in the new. And that new looks like abundance, 10 of Pentacles. Your efforts are bearing fruit. Okay? Blessings are going to come to you when they are ready for you. Okay? And a lot of them are. Okay? A lot of them are. There is also a release of darkness around you, especially because this old energy is going away. We have judgment. So there's a call to come out of the darkness. Okay. In the Rider-Waite, the judgment card shows a figure with a horn. I'm going to call it a horn because why not? But it's calling people out of their graves. Okay. I usually interpret that as darkness, okay, because that's how I see it. There's no light coming into a plot of soil, is there? Right? But you're releasing that darkness. You're releasing that cloud. Okay, the sun's finally peeking through. Okay, and the efforts to get here are paying off. Okay, like I said, they're paying off. Okay, they're paying off because you have, you're not going to dig them up here. You have the Page of Wands here, along with the Page of Pentacles, along with the Knight of Pentacles, along with the King of Wands. Deeply passionate, fiery, rooted energy. Something about this tells me that these rewards coming to you were always going to come to you. Okay? The payoff was going to be inevitable. Okay? And maybe you're thinking this is your first reading and you're like, Meg, this sounds really weird. Okay, I get you. This is where I say, follow your heart. You know your situation. Okay, and for some of you, you might be thinking, yes, finally, thank you. Okay, ride that out for a while. Be grateful. Show your gratitude in any way you can, even if that's seeing it from the highest mountain. Okay, something tells me that whatever these rewards are, you've been waiting for, and they were always meant for you. Okay. Okay. Let's call it quits on the hidden energy. Let me clarify it. What else do we need to know to clarify it? Because bestie, look at this chunky pile of cards. Okay. We have some energy to clarify here. So let's see what we need to see to clarify. Okay. Let's clarify things here. Okay. We're going to start with the power of purpose. Okay. Got the power of purpose. All right. Power of purpose. Okay, we have willing release. Okay, we have willing release. Now the power of purpose, we have willing release. Okay, and we have exposed and revealed. Okay, so let's start here. Immediately getting the connotation from this exposed and revealed card that something about your situation was always going to become very clear to you. Okay, something about the way that you were meant to move forward in this situation has become clear. This could be somebody in your space, your energetic space, that hasn't had the best interests for you. Okay, you realize that and we're like, okay, this is part of the thing that I've had to release and let go of. Okay, this is part of the devil energy. Okay, this is part of the world energy that's saying, okay, you've done the releasing, you can let that go. That's part of what I'm getting here. The other part of this is this power of purpose here. I think for some of you, you have genuinely questioned what this purpose is for you. Okay, you genuinely questioned it because there's something in your space that has said, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm here for. I don't know how I'm supposed to move forward. Okay. That also could be why the devil is showing up here too, because these are thoughts that have really settled in deep to your brain, and those are things that you've held on to for way too long. Here's why I see we're getting this willing release card, because it's tiresome, it's exhausting. It's so exhausting to constantly question the past, especially when you don't know what yours looks like. Okay? You spent so much time and you've worked so hard to let that go and to say, you know what? I don't know what the road's going to look like. I don't know what my tomorrow is going to be, but I know it's coming. You can cross our fingers. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. But you've let that question go. You've let that sit unanswered. Okay? You've let that sit unanswered because in truth, you're already acting from your purpose. Okay? You're already acting from your purpose. Let's see if we get Wheel of Fortune. Again, I'm not guaranteeing any cards, but I'm looking at this and I'm reminded of the Wheel of Fortune. So, and I'm gonna lump that into its own relevance here because you have worked so hard. This cycle has been challenging, it's been necessary, and it's been important for your growth. And it's paid off. It's paid off. Okay? What else do we need to see for a clarifying energy, please? What else do we need to see? Okay, what else do we need to see? Okay. Okay. We're getting Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Okay. Yeah, okay, Knight of Swords. What other cards here? Ten of Swords. Okay, Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords. Alright, Ten of Swords. And the Five of Swords. Okay. Okay. I cannot even start to say how much I appreciate the synchrony and the synchronicity of this reading. Okay, because we have 3 cards out of our tarot that explicitly talk about the mind. Now, for some context for you who don't really have knowledge about the tarot, thank you for being here anyway. Swords are associated with the element of air. They're also associated with your mind, okay? And I want to be clear, first off, about the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords, because you've had this idea kind of deeply set in the back of your mind, and it's poked its way forward, okay? Getting here with the Ten of Swords. These thoughts of unworthiness, of a lack of patience, maybe, even though that's not really, that is a factor here, but you figured out how to be patient. You've silenced a lot of your negative thoughts. Okay, getting to that with the Five of Swords and excuse me. Getting here with the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords, because those negative thoughts have really, in the past, you might have let them really get their hooks in. And I don't think you're doing that anymore because you've realized, oh, this is what's holding me back. This is why we're seeing the devil. This is why we're seeing some of the challenges that we're seeing. Okay? You paused, you've taken some time and done the thing to really assess how you're thinking about this situation. Okay? I think another element of that is that these negative thoughts have had a way of running away from you a little bit, and you've had to really marshal them in place and say, no. If I do the work, if I stay patient, if I understand, and if I understand where this effort is coming from, I can slowly stoke the fire and keep it going over time so I don't burn out, so that I don't call it quits just before it happens. Okay? Okay. So, that is our main energy, our hidden energy, and our clarifying energy. I'm going to stop here. I do have a bonus reading for you. Again, my videos are timestamped, so if you want to get off here and call it quits for this video, thank you for coming. I will see you in the next one. But for those of you staying on for a bonus reading, hey, hi, hello, thank you so much. I hope that this bonus reading resonates with you. So let's get into what we're seeing for our bonus reading. Okay, so for our bonus oracle, we are going to see birds of a feather. Okay, we're going to see birds of a feather. We're going to see great big love. Okay, birds of a feather. We've got great big love. We have a higher view. Interesting. Higher view. Okay. We have the uncharted sea. Okay, we have the uncharted sea. And we have it is what it is. Okay. So let me point something out that I find interesting about these first three cards here. There's a lot of winged imagery in it. Okay, let me get this up close here. We've got this, I'm calling that an owl, but it could be a different bird here. We have the owl, we have the wings over this heart, okay, the wings over this heart, and we have the birds, the bird imagery in this particular card here. Some of you, it feels like some of you in this reading are starting something new or are in the middle of a journey. Okay, spiritual, maybe you're watching this on YouTube mobile. Hi, hello, thank you, wherever you are. I hope you're traveling safe. What I'd like to tell you here is that sometimes your path isn't going to be clear. Okay, it isn't going to be clear. We have the uncharted seas and we have it is what it is. Sometimes the path is going to be rocky. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel uncomfortable. You're on it though, right? Sometimes the script's going to need to be rewritten, and that's okay. Okay, but recall that you are not alone. Okay, you have your flock, you have your birds of a feather with you. Okay, you're coming from a place of love and higher perspective. You're leading with your heart. You're leading with your empathy. You're leading with your kindness. Okay, kindness and compassion. Okay, and more importantly than that, okay, I mean, all of this is important. Let's not discount it or bypass it here. But you're seeing things from a perspective that has really been needed for you. Okay, you're taking the look from above in your situation because there have been things that you were too close to the ground to see. Okay, and by taking a step back, you said, oh, okay, this is why this is happening. This is how I'm going to do these things from here forward. Okay, sometimes that's going to take a little bit more effort to get there. Sometimes you just have to say, yeah, it's happening. Here we are. Okay, you're here. You are here. Okay. Okay. So there is our oracle. Let's see what we need to see for our bonus tarot. Okay. going to see the Six of Pentacles. Okay, we've got our Six of Pentacles. It's a pretty card. I love that card. Six of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I'll explain why I'm getting excited for this in a little minute, but Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. We have Temperance. That's a good card to get here. We have Temperance. Okay. With Temperance, we have the Hierophant. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay, we've got the Hierophant. Okay, and we have the High Priestess. That's interesting. Six of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, Hierophant, and the High Priestess. Immediately getting that something very, very drastic is about to change for you. I think I'm feeling like this has been a long time in coming. Okay, this has been a long time in coming. Let me highlight the Wheel of Fortune because I did say I was getting excited to see this. There's a card from the main reading that suggested to me the Wheel of Fortune was going to present its energy in some way, if not in physical card form. So, where I say specifically for this bonus reading that some of this has been a long time in coming, is that, or this change is coming, is because the Wheel of Fortune specifically suggests a cycle. Okay, I mean, obviously, look at the gears. Okay, it's up, it's down, it's everything in between, and it doesn't stop, right? It doesn't stop. The call to stay balanced, the call to remember who you are in all of this, because you do carry incontrovertible truths, and you can't, nothing of that can be touched, right? Okay. Yeah, nothing of that can be touched. Remember who you are, stay balanced, and know that your powers of reflection, your powers to go deep and look at your shadows, are going to help you come I'm getting antsy because this is a good reading. Your powers of looking at your shadows are really gonna come in clutch right now. Okay, that's where I was trying to go here. Because you see things certainly about others that they don't really want to look at either. However, these four cards, yes, they suggest something drastic changing in your life. The group of the majors suggest that. The good thing about this change is that it is bringing you to a place of reciprocity and generosity and being in that flow. Okay, you can give as deeply and as meaningfully as you can receive. Okay, and you're doing that even though you're not real sure what your journey is bringing. Okay, but as you move forward, as you gain wisdom and knowledge, you're going to be able to remain aligned to your truth and be able to give that truth, authentically. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to call it quits for now. Thank you for being on this reading. I hope it helped. I love you guys lots. I will hope to see you in the next video, guys. But until then, stay safe, stay blessed. I love you lots. I'll see you very soon. Bye, everybody.